Hey up everyone, welcome back to the Rugby League History channel. Tonight's video is going to be part 8 of my Forgotten Rugby League Ground series. I've done North Sydney Oval, Ensign Park, Lidcombe Oval. Go check out those videos, there's a playlist under the Forgotten Rugby League Grounds name. Tonight's ground is going to be a ground that a lot of people would know of, but it hasn't got many mentions in the last couple of years, and that's Redfern Oval. It was the home ground and spiritual home of, and still is the spiritual home of South Sydney. But tonight I'm just going to give you a brief overview of the ground, the history of the ground, go through some things that happened there, and maybe give you some information that you didn't know. Redfern Oval, or Redfern Park, was constructed in 1885, and initially it was just used for social events, cricket. There was a couple of bowling greens and all that. It wasn't until much later on that it was used for rugby league. There was other sort of lower league games played there, but it wasn't until 1946 that South Sydney made a proposal to the New South Wales Rugby League saying we want to make this our permanent home ground. Before that, South Sydney had used the Royal Agricultural Society ground, and the ground shared with Eastern Suburbs to play at the Sydney Sports Ground. So this would be their first proper home ground. And in 1948 they played their first ever match, and it was Redfern Oval's first ever match hosting rugby league in the top grade, and it come on the 17th of April 1948, and South Sydney played against Eastern Suburbs, their arch rivals, and they had a 19-all draw. So for the next 40 or so year, between 1948 and 1987, South Sydney used it as their permanent full-time home ground, and the record home crowd for a South game, this is including South Sydney, in a New South Wales Rugby League Premiership match, come in July 1987, when South played in front of 23,257 people against Manly Warringah. The actual all-time record attendance at the ground for any game was a pre-season double-header match, which featured South Sydney. It was on the 26th of March 1967, and it featured South Sydney, St George, Belmead and Manly, and the crowd for that was 24,219 people. After 1987, South Sydney elected to leave Redfern Oval and they moved to the brand new Sydney Football Stadium, as Redfern Oval was kind of a bit, you could see, rough around the edges, a bit dilapidated, and going to a brand new stadium kind of made sense, and it was only just sort of up the road. But South Sydney continued to play sort of some pre-season cup matches there, and the ground was still used for lower grade games and things like that. Redfern All Blacks played there. In 1996, South Sydney elected to move some of their home games back to Redfern Oval. They played 3 home matches, and they're all against out-of-town teams, no Sydney teams. So they played against the Gold Coast, they played against Western Reds, and they played against South Queensland Crushers. They won both of their 2 final matches at the ground. The first was against the Western Reds, and the final ever first grade NRL match played at Redfern Oval was on July the 14th, 1996, when South Sydney defeated South Queensland 48 points to 16 in front of 3,107 fans. In total, there's been 465 first grade matches and pre-season cup matches played at the Oval. South Sydney's record at the ground was 387 matches played, 237 wins, 141 losses and 9 draws. South Sydney also won 9 premierships as a club when they used Redfern Oval as a home ground. In 2005, South Sydney were looking to move back to Redfern Oval, and they were looking to redesign it to make it like a Parramatta Stadium, a Bankwest type of a stadium. They wanted to make it a proper rugby league ground and convert it from an oval into a rectangular ground. They had some big issues with Sydney Council, especially Clover Moore, and Clover Moore kind of turned down the proposal. Initially, she rejected the 20,000 seat stadium, seeing that it wouldn't work, and then it was eventually knocked down to a 10,000 seater stadium, and then she turned around and said, I will give you 8,000 seats, and then George Piggins kind of went, well, there's no point in that. So in the end, it was agreed that Redfern Oval would be converted into a training and admin facility, and South Sydney had to move away for 2 years, and they come back, and since 2008 the ground's been used as a training and admin facility for the first grade rugby league team, and also the lower grade South Sydney team still play at the Oval today. You got your New South Wales Cup, your under 20s still play there, you still get Redfern All Blacks playing there, so plenty of rugby league, but unfortunately no first grade matches will ever be played there again, I think, unless some sort of a miracle happens. They have this thing at the beginning of every year where they have a back to Redfern, where they have a trial match against another NRL or a Super League team or a New South Wales Cup team. I remember a couple of years ago they had Warrington out to Redfern and about 5,000 people showed up, which is the capacity of the ground. Getting to Redfern Oval is dead easy. It's about a 5-minute walk from the train station at Redfern. You can just walk in. It's an open field, it's an open park. You can go watch South Sydney train if you're in the area. But to this day it remains a spiritual home of South Sydney. When they won the Premiership in 2014, thousands of people showed up at Redfern Oval. I tried to get there, but there was traffic going back about 3 or 4 blocks, so I couldn't get anywhere near the ground. But if you're a South Sydney supporter, Redfern Oval would hold a special place in your heart, no doubt. So that's my video tonight, Forgotten Rugby League Grounds. Tonight I did Redfern Oval. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. If you're enjoying the content that I'm making, subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you get an email when I do a new video. Anyways everyone, catch us all later. Ta-ra.